Hey friends, I'm Barb Brimhall, also known as the BZB Stamper, and welcome to Step It Up Stamping. If you've ever looked at a fancy card and thought, yep, that's not happening, don't worry, I've got you. We're going to start with a super easy card, and then you can step it up as much or as little as you want. Let's have some fun and make something cute. I'm going to start with our very first card called the Busy Bee card. This is for beginner card makers, or just for those of us that are super busy and need cards in a hurry. Today's set that I'm actually using a bundle, and it's called the Perfectly Pears Bundle, which is a Stampin' Up! Online exclusive product. It came out on July 1st, 2025, and it's available for a limited time, basically till it sells out. And I love this stamp set. It is a two-step stamping set, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that in just a minute. And it uses some really fun colors. I'm using Pool Party. That's what I'm using for our card base. And then I'm using the 2025-2027 in color designer paper in Darling Duckling. I just love how these two colors go together. So what I've done here is I've just stamped the bold pear in Darling Duckling. I didn't think it needed anything else. And then what I did is I stamped the stem and leaves, the outline of it in Granny Apple Green. And then what I did is I stamped the bold leaf. I tapped it off once on my scratch sheet, and then I stamped it in again so that it was a little bit lighter, and it just gave that definition to the outline. Isn't that fun? Super duper easy. And then I stamped the thank you using Granny Apple Green. So super duper easy card. You could make a ton of these in a hurry. Seriously. Okay, so let me bring in the next card. This is the Worker Bee card when you want to put just a little bit more work into your card. And I've got the Pool Party, but this time let me bring back in to show you the difference that this makes. This time what I did is I did a larger piece of the Darling Duckling paper. Then I added another layer of the Pool Party. And then what I want to show you here that I did, let me lift this up, is I used the Subtles Designer Series paper. And this time I embossed this with the joined together embossing folder, just to give it a little bit more depth for the background. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this folder. It's absolutely stunning. You do need a cut and emboss machine for this. And then you could either fussy cut out your pears, or if you have the Perfectly Pears Bundle, which I strongly encourage you to have, then this is real easy to cut out. Now, I did stamp the bold pears in Darling Duckling, and then I did stamp the outline of the pear in the same color. So it's kind of subtle, but it gives a lot more definition to that pear. And the thank you, same as the first card, it's done in Granny Apple Green. So let me just bring this out so you could see both of them together. Isn't that pretty? And if you want the instructions for this card, just comment hashtag, don't forget the hashtag pear. And that way you'll be sent a link for the instructions, which have all the measurements, all the supplies used. I keep it pretty simple for you. Okay. And then for the experienced card maker, I am bringing in, oh, I love this card. This is the Queen Bee card when you want to step your card up a lot. Now I'm going to show you the front for a minute, but this is actually a fun fold. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. But the major difference here is I die cut the leaves, the stem and the leaves, and I die cut 3 of the flowers. And then this is early espresso. I stamped the inside of the flowers. Pretty easy to do. And these flowers were actually cut out of Bubble Bath Designer Series paper, which is in the same Subtles paper as this one. Okay, so you get both of those in the same pack. Now let me get this out of the way because I really want to be able to show you this to you. Couple things on the front. Same joined together embossing folder. I'm going to show you what this is in just a second. Same stamped and die cut pears, but in this case, I die cut the stem and the leaves out of the Granny Apple Green paper. So this stem is also Granny Apple Green. But what I did is I took a dark brown blend. I've got that in the supplies. It's kind of like an early espresso. We don't have the early espresso blends because this is the deep blends that you can use for skin tone or anything really. And I just colored that stem with the blend. So if you look closely, you're going to see how that was just colored over. I wonder if I could show you I think I glued this down pretty well. Yeah. And then here, this is another one of the stems, but I just let this longer part go off, and then I just cut it off with scissors. Now this time for the thank you, I stamped that in early espresso, same as the inside of the flowers. Isn't that pretty? Just looks like spring and summer, doesn't it? Okay, so let me show you why this is a fun fold card. It opens here. Isn't that fun? And what we have right here is a gift card holder. So you could stick money in there, you could stick a credit card in there. And this flap is just what turns this single piece of Pool Party. This flap is what makes this a fun fold. So let me put it like this so you can see it. And the instructions have complete measurements and score lines and everything else that you need for this. So if you want the instructions, remember, just comment #pair and you'll be sent the link to the instructions. And what I love about this is I love how it's a thank you. A good friend is a gift. And I personally would stick a Starbucks gift card in there. That's what I would do. But you could do anything in there. And the important thing when you're assembling this, I have this in the instructions, is just when you put this on and this on, this is a 1/4 of an inch smaller than this piece of Pool Party. So you just want to line that up so that that doesn't show on the inside. And if you wanted to be really safe, you could even cut this smaller. But this size is the same as this size. So they're pretty easy to cut. Isn't that fun? Oh, I just think this is such an elegant card. I love this card. And I love that it's a gift holder. And if you don't need a gift holder, just leave that off of your card. It won't make any difference at all. You will be surprised at how fast this card comes together with the gift card holder. Oh, I just love them all. This one, fast, easy, quick card. This one, a little bit longer because if you don't have the dies, you have to fussy cut out the pairs. But if you do have the dies, then you're home free. You don't have to worry. That'll be really quick. And I love the addition of the Pool Party subtle paper embossed. I think that just adds so much to this card. And then, of course, our Queen Bee card. Who wouldn't love this as a gift card holder? And I do have complete instructions for you on how to make this gift card holder. It's not a die. I just cut the paper, scored it, and glued it on. Okay, my friends, so there you have it. This is the Perfectly Pears Bundle by Stampin' Up. And I do have a complete set of instructions for you if you would like them. Just click on the link below if you're on YouTube, or comment #pair if you are on Facebook, and I will send the link to the tutorial for you. Okay, my friends, I hope you have a great weekend. I will be back next Sunday with another Step It Up Stamping. Talk to you soon. Bye.